I should have known something was wrong the moment I stepped inside that apartment. It wasn't the peeling wallpaper or the smell of dust lingering like an old secret. It wasn't even the flickering light bulb casting long, thin shadows across the cracked ceiling. No, it was the silence. Too heavy, too unnatural. I'd moved to this small town in Ohio for a fresh start. My life had collapsed. Relationship, job, everything. When I saw the ad for a cheap one-bedroom apartment, I didn't hesitate. The landlord, a hunched man with tired eyes, barely looked at me. His hands trembled as he handed me the keys. "You'll find it quiet here," he said, coughing as if the words had cut his throat. At first, I thought he meant peaceful, but the quiet wasn't peaceful. It was suffocating. The first night, I couldn't sleep. Every creak pressed against my nerves. The refrigerator hummed too loud, then went silent, and I thought I heard a whisper. "Don't stay." I stumbled back, heart pounding, telling myself it was stress, imagining things. But the air felt colder, heavier, like the building was alive. Days blurred together. Neighbors avoided me. An old woman grabbed my wrist once, whispering, "People disappear here." I laughed nervously, but her eyes were sharp and wet with fear. That night, footsteps in the hallway. Slow, heavy, dragging. Stopped outside my door. I froze in bed, waited for a knock, the doorknob to turn, but nothing. Just silence. When I opened the door, the hall was empty. The bulb above me flickered violently. Objects moved slightly. Smells I hadn't cooked. Feeling of being watched. Second week, lying in bed, apartment wrapped in crushing silence. Whisper again, louder this time, from inside the wall. "Get out before it takes you too." I leapt from the bed, fumbled for the lamp, heart hammering. Shadows twisted, stretched across the floor. I thought I saw a hand pressing from the wall. Pale, thin, fingertips clawing. Gone in a second. I didn't sleep. Stared at the walls. By dawn, convinced it was a hallucination. Then I saw the scratches, thin, jagged lines above my bed, too deep to be a trick. Like fingernails, like someone trying to get out. The scratches didn't vanish. Each morning I woke to new ones, thin, jagged, frantic lines etched across walls, tiles, even the bathroom mirror. It was as if something inside the apartment was trying harder every night to break through. I called the landlord. First 2 calls went unanswered. On the third, his voice was hoarse, shaking. Don't call me about it," he muttered. "What do you mean?" I snapped. "There are scratches. Someone is breaking in. Whispers in the walls." "Stop. Don't listen. Don't look. Don't call again." The line went dead. I stood there, staring at my phone, shaking. What the hell was happening here? That night I decided to leave, stuffed my clothes into a bag, grabbed my purse, headed for the door. But when I twisted the knob, it wouldn't turn. Not locked, not jammed. Something on the other side held it still. Then came the whisper, right by my ear. "Stay." I dropped the bag, stumbled back, heart hammering. The air grew colder, thick with something unseen. Shadows bent and stretched, as if the building itself was breathing. I pressed against the far wall, whispering, "No, no, no, no." Something moved in the corner of my eye. The plaster rippled like water, like someone pressing their face against a veil. I saw features forming, hollow eyes, twisted mouth frozen mid-scream. Then it faded, leaving only cracks. I wanted to run, even throw myself out the window. Instead, I sat on the floor until gray light bled through the blinds. Front door opened easily that morning, as if nothing had ever been wrong. At the library, I searched for the apartment's history. Dusty binders revealed the building was built in the 1950s. But in 1962, 5 tenants vanished in one night. No signs of forced entry, no bodies, just gone. Police reports mentioned whispers, shapes at night. Case never solved. Owners changed quickly, eager to sell. Returning home, the apartment felt heavier, darker. I could hear it waiting. Whispers threaded through the air like poisoned silk, laughing, crying, mostly calling my name. By the 3rd week, sleep was impossible. I sat up every night with lights on, clutching a knife that would do nothing. Eyes burned, thoughts blurred. Then I realized the walls weren't whispering anymore. They were answering. When I spoke, broken and afraid, sometimes voices replied. "Why me?" I asked once. "Because you listen." 100 voices tangled in my skull. Another night, I whispered, "What do you want?" The answer came, wet and shuddering, like dragged from the earth. "To be free." The final straw. Dripping sound. Water? No. Thicker. Darker. I followed it into the kitchen. From a wall crack spread blood. A pale, rotten hand pushed through, thin fingers clawing. I screamed and ran, throwing myself at the door. This time it opened. I bolted barefoot, sobbing. Neighbors opened doors, hollow eyes staring, silent. I didn't stop until the street. Looking back, the building loomed silent, still. For a moment, I swear, I saw dozens of faces pressing against windows, watching, waiting. I knew, with sick certainty, the walls don't just whisper. They remember, and they want me next.